So when we were recording Screw Tape Letters, it was really cool actually, because aside from my own gear that I'm used to, it was nice to use some rather historical bits of gear from the Motörhead days, which I was very fortunate to come into possession of at the time. They were lent to us at the studio, and in particular we had one of Lemmy's old Marshalls and a couple of Wurzel's old Dunlop Crybabies, wah-wah pedals, and it was a real thrill to play through them, especially, I mean, the Marshall, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, I think it was like a 77, perhaps a JMP, not too sure, you have to fact check that one, but I mean, man, it was loud and it sounded so good. Just having a cranked Marshall behind you is something to behold. And at the time of recording, I recorded maybe a handful of solos with that, maybe 2 or 3, perhaps 4 of the solos on Screw Tape Letters were recorded with the Marshall of Lemmy's. You'll have to listen out and figure out which ones are which. It was just, I mean, I was sat here and I had the Marshall behind me with the cabs literally here, and no level of ear protection could save me. It was a little bit foolish, but it's just, it makes you play a completely different way. So it was quite an experience. And then again, a couple of the solos, we coupled that with Wurzel's wah-wah pedals, which was again a thrill. It was like playing these solos through these wah-wah pedals that have been on tour with Motörhead, with Würzel, some of his favoured pieces of gear, and you think of the history that's going through it, and then you're playing a solo, and it's quite an interesting experience. It makes you play a certain way, and it makes you play with a certain reverence to what's gone before, I suppose. So yeah, it was a really cool opportunity, which I was really glad to have.